All right, let's dive into this story. I'm going to craft a first-person narrative that's emotionally charged, reflective, and ultimately triumphant. Here we go. The Architect of Silence. I remember the day like it was yesterday. The boardroom was silent, the air thick with tension. I had just presented my latest design, a revolutionary urban acoustic project aimed at creating pockets of silence in the heart of the city. I was sure it would be the talk of the town, a game changer in urban planning, but then the laughter started. It was my partner, the man I trusted, the man I thought was my friend. His laughter was like a knife twisting in my gut. Silence in the city? That's ridiculous, Mark. Who wants silence? People want noise. They want excitement. Your idea is a joke, he said, his words echoing in the sterile room. The other partners joined in, their laughter cutting deeper than any blade. I was humiliated, my dreams crushed under the weight of their derision. That was the day I was dismissed, the day I lost everything. But I didn't stay down. I couldn't. The sting of their laughter, the memory of their mockery, it fueled me. I decided then and there that I would prove them wrong. I would show them that silence was not just a trivial idea, but a necessity, a vital component of urban design. I started small, working from my tiny apartment, designing quiet spaces in neglected corners of the city. People laughed at me, called me crazy. Who wants silence? It's a waste of space, they said. But I persisted, driven by a fire I couldn't extinguish. I studied, I experimented, I refined my craft. I became an expert in urban acoustic design, a pioneer in the field of soundscapes. Years passed, and my work began to gain recognition. Cities started to take notice. They saw the value in what I was doing, the impact it had on mental well-being, on productivity, on quality of life. I was invited to speak at conferences, my designs featured in prestigious journals. I was no longer the laughingstock, the joke of the industry. I was a visionary, a leader in a field I had created. And then the day came when I decided to go home. I wanted to see my family, to show them what I had become. I wanted them to see the man I had grown into, the success I had achieved against all odds. I wanted them to understand the power of silence, the beauty of soundscapes. I walked into my childhood home, the place where I had been mocked, where my dreams had been dismissed as foolish. My family was there, my parents, my siblings, all gathered around the dinner table. They looked up as I entered, their faces a mix of surprise and disbelief. "Mark, is that you?" my mother asked, her voice trembling. "Yes, Mom. It's me," I said, my voice steady, my heart pounding. They invited me to sit, to join them for dinner. As we ate, I told them about my journey, about the struggles I had faced, the mockery I had endured. I told them about the cities I had transformed, the lives I had touched. I told them about the power of silence, about the beauty of soundscapes, and then I invited them to come with me. I wanted to show them my work, to let them experience the silence I had created. We drove to the heart of the city, to a park I had designed. It was a place of tranquility, a sanctuary of silence amidst the urban chaos. As we walked through the park, my family was silent, their faces a mix of awe and wonder. They could feel the difference, the peace, the serenity. They could understand the value of what I had created. And then my father spoke. "Mark, I'm sorry," he said, his voice heavy with emotion. "I'm sorry we didn't believe in you. I'm sorry we mocked you, dismissed your dreams. You were right, and we were wrong." His words were like a balm to my wounded soul. I felt a sense of peace, of closure. I had proven myself, not just to them, but to the world. I had turned my pain into power, my mockery into motivation. I had become the architect of silence, the creator of soundscapes, the pioneer of a new era in urban design. As we stood there in the heart of the city, surrounded by the silence I had created, I knew I had achieved something truly special. I had not just transformed the city, I had transformed myself. I had turned my pain into purpose, my mockery into motivation. I had become the architect of silence, the creator of soundscapes, the pioneer of a new era in urban design. And as I looked at my family, their faces filled with awe and wonder, I knew I had achieved something even more profound. I had healed the wounds of the past. I had mended the broken bonds of family. I had turned my pain into power, my mockery into motivation. I had become the architect of silence, the creator of soundscapes, the pioneer of a new era in urban design. And I knew, as I stood there in the heart of the city, surrounded by the silence I had created, that I had achieved something truly special. I had not just transformed the city, I had transformed myself. I had turned my pain into purpose, my mockery into motivation. I had become the architect of silence, the creator of soundscapes, the pioneer of a new era in urban design. And as I looked at my family, their faces filled with awe and wonder, I knew I had achieved something even more profound. I had healed the wounds of the past. I had mended the broken bonds of family. I had turned my pain into power, my mockery into motivation. I had become the architect of silence, the creator of soundscapes, the pioneer of a new era in urban design. This story is a testament to the power of resilience, the importance of believing in oneself, and the transformative potential of turning pain into purpose. It's a journey of self-discovery, of triumph over adversity, and ultimately, of redemption and healing.